Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. We are reading Gurudev's Temple of Love, page 177. I think middle part, and this devotee, this Saranagati.
Okay.
Saranagati means taking shelter or surrendering oneself. So today our dear Pranabaraba ji is reading, and Japan translation Gatimanjari.
Is set? Good.
Okay. And so everybody welcome to share. And this is everybody sharing. So, Pranamapaji.
Radhe Radhe. Today we are reading from the book Temple of Love of Sri Gurudev. And continuing page 177. Devotee. Saranagati means taking shelter or surrendering oneself. This is the starting point of sadhana bhakti. Without this, one cannot perform any bhajan. Gurudev. Basic thing. Saranagati. See Bhagavad Gita 1866. Sarva dharma parityaja. Why does Krishna say this? When you want to come to me, you have to maintain dharma. If you don't maintain dharma, I will check that. But this, I am telling you which way to do. This dharma, this dharma, this dharma. But I tell you one thing more. Now you leave all dharma. Parityaja. Mam ekam. I give ekam. That means one. My one. Sharanam. Mam ekam sharanam. When you want to go my one, there's only one thing to do. Take the shelter. Here you see the same. Mam ekam sharanam is the only thing to do. What you can do there to Swamini. Mam ekam sharanam. No dharma, no artha, no kama, no moksha. There is only one thing working. Sharanam. Read again.
Read slowly.
Should I read again?
No, it's okay. Read slowly. Is it better?
Devotee. Saranagati means taking shelter or surrendering oneself. This is the starting point of sadhana bhakti. Gurudev, you start with sadhana bhakti to move you to raganuga, devotee. Without this, one cannot perform any bhajan. Gurudev. Until Saranagati is not there, even the bhajan is namabhas. I don't know where to take shelter, where to go now. There's too much confusion in my life, no shelter in my life. I don't have faith in anyone. That means that my bhajan is not fixed. If you grow up in sadhana bhakti, first start with accepting the shelter to enter in raga bhakti. Shelter makes you enter in raga bhakti. No shelter, no entry. Why? Because if I don't practice this with my spiritual master, I cannot practice it with Swamini. Simple. I don't know the taste of shelter. What is beneficial in that? I have doubts. No shelter is there. And if I have no doubt, I'm in the full shelter. And if I have shelter, then why to do karma, artha, kama, moksha? Then it is my dharma to please you, to make you happy. That's Jaiva Dharma. My Lord, I have to please you. And physical Dharma means to take care of my family. And Jaiva Dharma is Nitya Dharma. So when I am in Jaiva Dharma, that is the reality. And that reality moves with Saranagati. Jai Nitai.
Jai. So Gurudev is saying interesting thing. At first say, do Dharma. What is Dharma? Dharma means different meaning. One Dharma is like duty. Like according to our occupation, we have 4 Varna. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahma means priest or intelligent person who knows Veda or Brahma. And Kshatriya means king or politician or administrated person. Vaishya means someone is merchant or someone who is engaged in agriculture. This is called Vaishya. Shudra means like worker or someone who helping higher caste, like Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. And there is another ashram. Ashram means a spiritual or according to age, we have to do some duty. At first we have Brahmacharya, is a student from beginning to 20-25. At that time we have to study Veda, we have to study many subject matter for taking job. And then if we study, after study, we can take family life. It is a Grihastha ashram. And family life, we have to do some job according to our varna or according to our nature. And then taking care of family, like children and parents. etc. And then after Grihastha ashram, we have Vanaprastha ashram. Vanaprastha means retirement from job and family matters. And Vana means forest. Usually renounce material life and living forest. This is Vanaprastha. And then next stage is sannyas. Sannyas means renounce everything for the absolute truth, for the God, for the absolute truth. So at first we have some duty. It is called dharma. But the Prabhupada, actually Krishna said to Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 66, Sarva dharman parityaja, man ekam sharanam vraja, aham tuvam sarva papebhyo, mokshai shami maschaha. Abandon all variety of dharma or religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Don't fear. So, interesting. Prabhupada translate. Just surrender unto me. Me means Krishna. Abandon all variety of dharma or religion and just surrender unto me. Me means Krishna. Then Gurudev said, Bhakti start after Saranagati. Why we can say Saranagati is important? Because we or someone who conditioned soul is influenced by external energy. It is said, Mahamaya. Why we are influenced from Mahamaya? Because we have ahankara. We have material ego. I am this body. I have this property. My family is mine. My money is mine. My job is mine. This my or mine. This idea, this kind of thinking conditioned by material energy. And Krishna said, there is another energy, spiritual energy. How to enter spiritual energy? We have to surrender Krishna or absolute truth. If we surrender means give up our ego. Because we have ego, we are influenced by external energy, material energy. And if we give up our ego, the next stage, we have to take shelter, spiritual energy, or Krishna, someone who has spiritual energy. So therefore, bhakti, real bhakti, start after giving up material ego, material mentality, my or mine consciousness. Then interesting. What is spiritual energy? What is yoga maya? What is spiritual energy? Spiritual energy consists three kinds. Sandhini and Sambit and Fradini. Sandhini means existence potency. Sambit means consciousness. And Fradini means pleasure-giving potency. All three things consist by Chitta Shakti, internal energy. So interesting. At first we know we are spirit soul. Also we understand everything consists spiritual. Spiritual world consists spiritual energy. Vaikuntha planet, Krishna's shoes, Krishna's bed, Krishna's clothes, or even Krishna's body consist this Sandhini potency. And Sambit potency is consciousness. In this consciousness, we can understand relationship. In this relationship, we can taste love. This is Hladini Shakti. So therefore, among this Sandhini, Sambit, Hladini Shakti, most prominent energy Shakti is Hladini Shakti. So, then again, Prabhupada translation. We are studying Bhagavad Gita. Maybe Pranavaraji also studying many years, huh?
Some little bit.
And then we understand at that time, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Ma Ekam Sharanam Braja. Prabhupada say this Ma Ekam means my Krishna. We are thinking like this many years. I was thinking like 28 years in this situation. And then I met Gurudev Sadhu Maharaj. And then he explained different way. Man Ekam means my. Man means my. Ekam means one. In Sanskrit, why we say Ekam? If surrendering Krishna, we don't need to say Ekam. But why Krishna said to Man Ekam? My one. Surrender my one. And then we start thinking, who is my one? Who is Krishna's one? Most dearest one. This obviously we understand. This is Srimati Radharani. So this is Hladini Shakti. So therefore, in Vaidhi Bhakti stage, this Mamekan Sharanagati, we may understand this Mamekan is Krishna. But if we want to go more deep, this Mamekan means Radhika. This Gurudev was showing us this really amazing way to understand. Because, so I already explained, surrendering, give up false ego means we try to enter Chitta Shakti, internal potency. But internal potency has 3 stages. So final stage is Hladini Shakti. Actually, Sandhini Shakti personification is Nitai, Balaram. And Sambit Shakti is representative is Krishna or Vasudeva. And Hladini Shakti represent to Radharani. So therefore, how we understand this Chitta Shakti, internal potency, we can differently understand it. And then we say Nitai. Nitai represents our Gurudev, our Guru Parampara. Nitai is so important because without surrendering Nityananda, representative of Krishna or Radhika, we cannot approach. At first, we have to surrender unto Gurudev. Why? If we don't surrender Gurudev, means we surrender to our false ego, our surrender to our mind. So therefore, Krishna said, at first taking shelter Gurudev, then Gurudev show us the way, or divine vision, a divine knowledge. Then we can go ahead. At first, our Ishtadeva may be Krishna or Krishna's incarnation. But after Krishna, we have to take shelter of, no, not we have to. If we are fortunate, we can take shelter Radhika. Because here Gurudev mentioned Panchampuri Panchampuri means 5 aim of our life. Dharma means religious activity or work. And Artha means economic development, means earning money. Artha means fulfill our desire, our sense gratification. External bodily sense gratification or mental sense gratification. Then after that, there is liberation, moksha. Then after moksha, this Panchampurushartha is prema. Prema is say love for Krishna. But can Krishna teach us love? Krishna can teach us how to do seva for Krishna? Can Krishna teach us bhakti? Actually, Krishna admit, I am not qualified to teach love. Because Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned, Radhikara Prema Guru Amishishana. Radharani is Guru of love. I don't know so much about love because I am always served by someone. So therefore, I don't know how to serve so much. Who knows about love? This is Radhika, who is personification of Hladini Shakti. So therefore, if we go prema, according to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, or actually Ujjwala Nilamani, prema has different stage. Prema is just beginning. More higher stage is Sneha, Mana, Pranaya, Raga, Anuraga, Baba, Mahababa, Mohanakya, Mahababa, or Madanakya Mahababa. Who can teach us highest grade of love? Especially Mahababa or Madanakya Mahababa. This is Srimati Radharani. So if we understood this point, then we can understand Sarva Dharmam Parityaja Ma Ekam Sharanambraja. Because if we surrender Radhika, take shelter Radhika, we are very easy to enter in Hladini Shakti. And Prabhupada mentioned last verse of Bhagavad Gita explanation, 18th chapter, 78. Gurudev used to say many times. I repeat again, 18th chapter, last part of purport, 18th chapter, 78th verse is purport, end of purport. The living entity in his original position is pure spirit. He is just like an atomic particle of the Supreme Spirit. The conditioned living entity, however, is the marginal energy of the Lord. He tends to be in contact with both the material energy and spiritual energy. In other words, the living entity is situated between the two energies of the Lord. And because he belongs to the superior energy of the Lord, he has a particle of independence. By proper use of that independence, he comes under the direct order of Krishna. Thus, he attains his normal condition in the pleasure-giving potency. So our normal condition is taking shelter in Srimati Radharani and in the pleasure-giving potency. Means we can be fully blissful. It is Rasa is Krishna. Raso by Saha. Baba means Radhika, Mahababa personification. This Rasa and Baba mixing together, and then Ananda. So if we are normal condition of our life is in the pastime of Radha and Mohan, especially conjugal pastime, especially Nikunja pastime. So this Gurudev showing us this Ma Mekan Sharanam Braja, this Raga Nuga Bhakti's interpretation. This is very deep subject, and Gurudev is saying very simple way. We are thinking we are this material body. Then we have to do physical dharma. But if we understand we are spirit soul, we are servant of Krishna or maid servant of Radhika, then our dharma is Nitya Dharma. Nitya Dharma is eternal dharma. And this called Jaiva Dharma. And this Jaiva Dharma is reality. And this reality moved with Saranagati. Reality moved with Saranagati means surrendering unto absolute truth. How can we understand absolute truth? This is another subject matter. But Gurudev mentioned very simple way of explanation. I just go through more different perspective of explanation. So if somebody could help, we are very welcome. So our Radha Kripa Katakshaji, you are so experienced, you are so realized, so please help us.
Radhe, my dears, thank you very much for this beautiful explanation. But unfortunately, I'm not enough capable to speak like you in this philosophical way. What is really important to enter in this deep subject, as you said, you mentioned that we have to enter in this, how did you say, this deep level, this after understanding this actually. And now I just listening you and remember in the past how I understood this and how I was accepting this Hladini, Shakti and pleasure potency as I...
Is he frozen? Frozen?
Yeah, maybe.
But
only him?
Only him. You can hear us here? Good? Okay, then he is frozen.
Maybe.
What to do? You see? His connection finished.
Yeah, maybe again coming.
Yeah.
So this is material world, This is our tendency. Sometimes we go material energy, sometimes we go spiritual energy. We go material energy means cutting spiritual energy. If we go spiritual energy means cutting like material energy. Okay. Jai.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you are come back.
Yes. Connection was temporarily lost. So yes. Just to remember actually what was the point. Yes, from these feelings which came to me and which came to us in some level, certainly, is for me personally is difficult to perceive, this radical like Hladini Shakti, like pleasure potency of Krishna, because when we enter in this realm of emotion, of attachment to her, we looking and feeling to Radhika, have a feeling toward Radhika from the different level, from different mood, actually. Not like this, because this philosophy, all this explanation is meant for understanding, for some basic understanding, to help us to enter in this emotion, to be attached, and to be to be enough, how to say, ready actually to be a servant of Radhika, actually. So when you say Hladini Shakti, I always have intention to say Vrishabhanu Nandini or Subhangi, or these intimate names of Srimati Radhika, actually immediately arising from the heart, because this is a relationship which is changed in the meantime, and when in this mood, when we hear somebody speak about Srimati Radhika, immediately coming this kind actually of emotion to call Radhika with this name, because we have a now deeper connection to her, and look for all this philosophical explanation from the different level, actually. And this tattvic explanation actually is necessary, of course, to speak, but relishing real feelings coming when we enter in this Vraja mood, like maid servants of Radhika, actually, and then we feel real connection. And this is actually basics. What you speak is the basics to enter to this by a big desire, and by the mercy of everybody who already are in this mood, who can help us to come closer to our Swamini and serve her. So this is nothing special, what I said, but I just express my emotion, what I actually was coming in my mind during your speech. So it's this, when you say Hladini Shakti, I always have a desire to say some Radhika's intimate name, and that she approach me in a Vraja mood, actually, and I immediately have these feelings, desire to make some service in these relationships. So if you want to ask something, or some devotees say something more inspiring.
Yeah, thank you. This was very inspiring from your side. That is to know how the basic is working, and as you said, the only way we can have a relationship with Radhika, it is as a maidservant in our eternal spiritual body. In this material body, we cannot have a direct relationship with Radhika, because as a male, we are not allowed to enter into the kunja. So we have to cultivate this Manjari body and our female nature to care and to serve. And this is taking shelter in the pleasure-giving potency and surrendering to my one, Krishna says, as our Gurudev is elaborating that. In the Raganuga Bhav, in Madhurya Bhav, this is our understanding that Krishna says, go to Vraja and take shelter to my one, to my Radhika, if we want to be in the Manjari Bhav. This is the way that we have to do this. So, for us who want that, as you said, it is very important to have the proper desire for this and to fix our goal that we want to be a Manjari who has no other desire than the exclusive service to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. And this we can only do if we surrender. And this rasa will come to the surrendered soul. So surrendering means that we can accept what Gurudev is telling us. And only then he can navigate us towards the goal, because we are opening up ourselves to that. Means we become a receptible disciple. Therefore, Gurudev here in this book, he says, it's very simple. It's simple. We are the ones who make everything complicated by blocking ourselves with so many things, with our false ego, who tells us all the time, but you are the enjoyer. You have to be worshipped. You have to be praised because you are so good. This is the false ego who is telling this. But if we can surrender, then we get all the mercy that we need to be guided on the path to reach our desired goal. Shri Radha.
So Radha Kripa Katakshaji and Pranabharavaji explained very nicely. And actually, sorry, I said too much philosophically. But actually, Saranagati, if we say simple word, Saranagati means accepting. Saranagati means accepting whatever Gurudev said. Saranagati means accepting and following whatever Gurudev said. Or whatever Virupaksha Manjari said. Accepting and following. I think that is Saranagati. And so Pranabharavaji say, Mamekan Sharanam Braja. Braja means in Sanskrit to go. And Braja also means Vrindavan. So if we are in Vrindavan, Braja, then we know Radhika, we feel Radhika, we can accept Radhika's mercy, or we can accept someone who is very dear maid servant of Radhika, that come from Gurudev or Rashika Vaishnava. So this is actually very simple things. Saranagati means I feel. Saranagati means accepting and just follow it. So therefore, it's actually very, very simple, But sometimes we have to say sometimes, because Gita says some philosophical teaching, or even sometimes Chaitanya Charitamrita or Bhagavatam, because to understand more clearly or to fix ourselves one point. Why we hear Shastra, why we hear Rashika Vaishnava, because I think fix ourselves unto our Ishtadeva. And we want to follow his mood. This is Saranagati. So, thank you very much. And is there somebody want to share? Many people is only name and only picture. So this is, so for us not so easy. So Govinda Nandini Didi, could you say something? Could you share something if we could?
But 日本語でもいいですか？
いいんですけど、多分英語だと誰かが英語にしないとインターナショナルの人は聞けないかもしれないから、英語の方がいいかもしれません。誰かが通訳してくださってればいいんですけど、内側に入ってるといいんですよね。
So, I don't know many philosophy and so now I just only can feel so by hearing the Radha Kripa Katakshaji's sharing, so my heart is coming, warming and softer. Yeah. So I also think Radhika's name is I'm sorry. I feel also that by hearing the Radhika's name, it make me feel softer and warmer. Thank you.
So this is also very nice explanation. Huh? Radhika's name, I think Raganuga Bhakti may start Radhika's name because Radhika's name is so much give us feeling. Even Krishna say, if I hear La, then my heart was beating and I was interested who is chanting La. So Krishna's attention goes to that person who chant La. Then someone who chant Da, then Krishna want to start following that person. Who is chanting my dear's name? I want to appreciate, I want to follow, I want to embrace that person. That's Krishna's feeling. So therefore, actually, Radha's name is so powerful, so important, because most of Vaidhi Bhakta, they don't chant enough Radhika's name, especially with love. So our Raseshwari Didi, if we could make some sharing, inspire us.
Oh, my dear Jayananda, you just asked me in the right moment, because when I was listening to Govinda Nandini and before to Radha Kripa Kadaksha, it touched my heart, and it was the feeling of we are connected in our hearts. And I remember the time with Govinda Nandini in Vrindavan. Only a second, and it was so nice to be together in the temple and this Sadhu Sangha with you all together is so important and helpful. And when you talk about Saranagati, I felt sometimes it's not easy. In the first years, it was really difficult for me to take shelter with Gurudev or anybody, because I need time to trust and to watch people and to be with them, and especially with Gurudev, to fully surrender and do everything what he tells me to do. It was, wow, not easy. A deep wish to fully surrender and to be afraid. And sometimes, Swamini, Radha, I'm not able to be a good servant. And then it helps me to think of her like a mother who helps me, that she embraces me and she helps us little manjaris to come closer and to come deeper. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for our sadhusanga.
Radhe, thank you very much, my dear. So this is very nice to go deeper and to come closer. This is very nice meditation because actually Radhika, she wants her manjaris to be close to her. So therefore, because they have such an intimate relationship, the manjaris are exactly having the same feelings as Radharani has. So they exactly know what seva is needed. Radharani even has to glance upon them and they will know because the relationship is so intimate and they are so connected. So also our Gurudev, he wants us to be near to him. He wants us to come to Vrindavan and have this direct association and being near because of his love. And a loving relationship can establish and grow if we are near to someone. So this is a very beautiful thing to keep in our mind. And of course, it is a process who is not always so easy because as more that we are practicing through the chanting of this beautiful Hare Krishna Mahamantra, many unwanted things from the heart are going and are cleansed. And sometimes many things are coming up who is not so easy to handle. But then this point, this surrendering, I think, is a good thing to do, to surrender, because some things we cannot solve by ourselves. We have to surrender and pray to Swamini that she please take all these bad things away from me so that I can grow. What else we can do? Because we are not the controller. We cannot control these things. But if we are in our Purusha Abhiman, in our male energy, then we want to control everything. So if we can surrender, then we can give up this controlling tendency.
Thank you. So our dear Ma Bhakti Himagiri Didi, so if you could share about Saranagati surrendering to Gurudev or surrender to our Swamini, so it is very good. まあ、バクティヒマグリさん、もしよかったら、シャラナガティ服従、グルデーブに服従、あるいはスワミニーに服従について何かお話しいただけたら。みんなナニーさん、もしよかったら通訳していただけたら。
すいません、ナニーちゃん。いつもありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。皆さんほど経験が足りてなくて、ちょっとシェアする内容が深いものにはならないんですけど、お許しください。
I don't have so much experience, so I might be not able to share the good sharing, but
身を委ねるサレンダーの中にいるというのはやはりすごい難しいなといつも感じています。
And surrendering means difficult thing.
グルデーブ・サルマハラージの張り方、そしてジェヤナダ先生の張り方がいつも心に入り込んでくるなと、スーッと心に染み渡るなと思っています。
Gurudev, Sadhu Maharaj, and Jayananda Maharaj's Harikata, it's so
ごめんなさい。
染み込んでくる。
スーッと。
immersing to my heart so deeply.
なぜだろうと、よく観察しています。
Why, I think, why so much deeply, so I think.
マハーマントラを唱えているからだっていうことに、ある日ちょっと気づきました。
One day I realized that, so that's why, the reason why, that is, they are chanting Maha Mantra.
マハーマントラのリズムで張り方がされている。
Their harikata is rhythm of 何のリズムでしたっけ？
マハーマントラのリズム。
Their chanting is rhythm of Maha Mantra.
毎日唱えているので、自然にマハーマントラのリズムで言葉が出てきている。
That's why they are chanting every day. So their harikata is like a rhythm of Maha Mantra.
マハーマントラはラーダ・クリシュナのリーラだと思ってます。
I think Maha Mantra is the Leela of Radha and Krishna.
チャイタンニャ・チャリタムリタもラーダ・クリシュナのリーラだと思っています。
I think Chaitanya Charitamrita also is Leela of Radha and Krishna.
ラーダ・ラサスタニティもラーダ・クリシュナのリーラだと思っています。
Radha Rasasadaniti also is Leela of Radha and Krishna.
バガバットギーターもよく読むとラーダ・クリシュナのリーラだと思ってます。
Bhagavad Gita is also Leela of Radha and Krishna.
すべてラーダ・クリシュナのリーラなんだなと思っています。
I think everything is Leela of Radha and Krishna.
マハーマントラを毎日唱えていると、ラーダ・クリシュナのリーラの中に、そのリズムの中に入っているんだなということが見えてきます。
So by chanting Maha Mantra means one day I realized that so I can enter the Leela of Radha and Krishna.
ラーダ・クリシュナのリズムの中にマハーマントラは連れて行ってくれるんだなと思っています。
Maha Mantra brings me to the rhythm of Radha, Leela of Radha and Krishna.
クルデーブもジャヤナンダ先生もリズムの中にいるんだなということが張り方を聞いていると見えてきます。
By listening the Harikata, I think that Gurudev and Janana Maharaj is, ごめんなさい。
リズムの中にいると、ごめんなさい。リズムの中にいるんだなってことが見えてきます。すいません。
They are in the rhythm of Lila.
だから、心に入ってくるんだなと思っています。
So that is touching my heart.
マハーマントラを唱えることで少しでもサレンダー、シャラナガティを感じていくことができるのはお二人の姿から見えてくるなと思います。
By chanting Maha Mantra, I マハマントラを唱えることによって、
サレンダー、身を委ねることが、そういうことを二人の姿から見えてきます。
By chanting the Maha Mantra, I can, in the Saranagati, so that is, from Gurudev and Jananda Maharaj.
マハマントラ唱えていきたいと思います。ありがとうございます。ナディーンちゃんありがとうございます。
I try to continue chanting the Maha Mantra. Thank you. ありがとうございます。
So thank you very much, Ma Bhakti Himagiri Didi and Govindarandi Didi. And today I experienced interesting thing, you know. So after 2 months, I came back to Vrindavan yesterday, last night. And then my almirah kind of closet is locked. Whatever I do, I could not open it. Then I was completely, oh my God, what to do? What to do? And then, okay, let us go to class. Let us go to Arati. Still could not open it. Then I took shelter of Balaram Baba. Still could not open. Oh my God, what to do? And then I asked Gora Sundara, hey Gora Sundara, could you help me? And then Gora Sundara came. And what's happening? My almirah could not open it. My endeavor, my power is cannot penetrate, cannot open it. Maybe you can do this. So I took shelter of Gora Sundara. And then Gora Sundara, you can put some oil. This oil, he brought oil. This is Night Queen oil. Many people know Night Queen is Gurudev's one of favorite oil. Actually, like fragrant oil. And he put, and then he did and opened it. So, and then I realized if myself, we could not do this. We have to take shelter other devotees. Yeah. Because sometimes we are helpless, hopeless sometimes.
Yeah.
But if we take shelter other devotees, devotee may help us. If Gurudev is there, we can take shelter Gurudev, but sometimes Gurudev may not hear physically. But some other devotee is available. And I ask and then open it. Yeah. Or actually, maybe this is the way of bhakti.
Yeah.
And also, Ma Bhakti Himagiri Didi told very nice things. I think one of symptoms of surrendering, someone who is surrendering is always chanting. Like Keshava Baba. Keshava Baba, whatever he does, he's chanting. But he did not say anything, He does not show off. Just do by himself. And Gurudev is always chanting but he did not say anything. And he was completely concentrated to help other devotees. This is another way to surrender.
Yeah.
He's like kind of give up his personal pleasure. Or sometimes he, I saw this time his dear Mataji, or even Niti was very difficult position. But he's surrendering. Whatever happening.
Yeah.
And we have to accept. So this acceptance and chanting Mahamantra is we can learn from Kesha Baba, our Gurudev. And one memory of Mataji. I'm not so fortunate to associate with Mataji so much. But one day, I don't know, sometimes I went to Mataji's place to maybe bring something. And then Mataji was chanting some mantra, some kind of shloka. I'm asking Mataji, hey Mataji, what kind of shloka are you chanting? And then I'm listening. Why is I understand? One is Radha Kripa Kataksha, she's chanting. And then another thing also chanting. He's chanting Krishna Kripa Kataksha. Of course, Radha Kripa Kataksha is enough. But actually, this is set. Due to this mercy of Mataji, I realized actually they are set. Because Radha Moha is set. So, and then after Krishna Kripa Kataksha's mantra, there is some blessing there. If we chant very sincerely, both mantra, they can meet Radha Krishna's pastime, they can enter, something like that. So this is, I learned from my, our dear Mataji, who is our Guruma.
Right.
So thank you very much. If anybody can share something, very welcome. Or what to do, little, or
As you like.
maybe little bit, maybe we can continue.
Okay. Devotee, the more one surrenders, the more one advances, and the more one advances, the more one's heart is filled with feelings of surrender. Gurudev, what is the reason of surrender? That you advance. What is the advancement? Your feeling will advance. This table is feelingless. We are so much in material that we block our feelings. Advancement of surrender, that you start feeling first. This is the advancement. Repeat the line. Devotee, the more one surrenders, the more one advances. And the more one advances, the more one's heart is filled with feelings of surrender. Gurudev, wow. Devotee, surrender is the practice and the goal of the devotees, and it is their very life force. Gurudev, very life force. Life is there in surrender. Material nature is not to surrender. The material mind creates doubts. It's material consciousness that holds us, so we cannot surrender because of our material nature. I want to go to spiritual. but I don't want to surrender. How is it possible? Impossible. When I want to be in material, spiritual and material. These are two different things. One is the ocean and one is the land. And we are walking on the shore between these two. And it is our nature to be independent. We don't want to be in the water. We just want to jump in and then come back.
Okay, just stop it. So this Gurudev word is so wonderful. The more one surrenders, the more one advances. And more one advances, the more one's heart is filled with feeling of surrender. It's very beautiful word. And actually, I think highest stage of surrendering, Raghunath Goswami in Virupakshamanjari show us highest stage of surrendering because he is full of feeling. And we know bhakti is 9 stage. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Ananta Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, and Bhava and Prema. Before Prema, there is stage of Bhava. Bhava means feeling. So, love means feeling. If feeling start, and love start. And before feeling, what happening? Before feeling is asakti. Asakti means strong attachment. And strong attachment before, what is before? It's ruchi. Ruchi means taste. Oh, I like this feeling. I like this person. I like doing this. This kind of ruchi. I like chanting. Then I attach chanting. I have so much feeling for chanting. So this kind of state, then before ruchi, what's happening is nishtha. Nishtha means strong faith, one-pointed faith. So, and then before faith, nishtha, what's happening? Before faith is anartha nivritti. All unwanted thing is slowly go away. And before anartha nivritti, what's happening is bhajana kriya. We do bhajan. We take shelter with Gurudev and do chanting or do devotional practice or do some practice. So slowly our stage of surrendering in increasing. Then slowly taste is coming. Unwanted things go away and taste is coming and strong attachment is coming and strong feeling coming and love is coming.
Okay.
So Gurudev explained, I think like this. And then here did not mention, but I feel this highest stage of surrendering is our Prayojana Guru. Prayojana Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, Turashi Manjari. Actually, Raghunath Das Goswami showing us the way. And then also Gurudev say, what is our problem? Our problem is material mind. What is mind's activity? Mind is thinking, this is good, this is not good. And also doubting. Gurudev say doubting. Doubting means we don't have faith. So, and this material consciousness means doubting. Or good and bad duality, in duality. So Gurudev is saying, one is material, one is spiritual. these two things, these two is different things. So our nature to be independent because we are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Krishna has independence. So therefore we have partial independence. So therefore our nature is tatastha. Tatastha means sure. We don't go to water. We don't want to, sometimes we don't want to enter the sea. Or we can go in the sea, we can go on the land. Both ways we can do this. This is nature of tatastha. Tatastha means sure. We can go which way? We can go spiritual way, spiritual consciousness. We can go material consciousness. So this is Gurudev explained very nicely. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Gaur